Hello. So, Dreamcast. We're gonna start with this thing because it has just discs in it, and there's not much to show, just that they're discs. So, Caution Seaman. That's a freaky game where you raise the fish guy and talk to him. I think I have a Dreamcast microphone that works. I don't know 100% for sure, so whatever. And then, unlike the PlayStation magazine, Dreamcast magazine does not actually tell you what's on the discs. So I got Dreamcast magazine, March 2000, Volume 4, September 2000, Volume 7. Okay, I'm sure I got more. Just don't have them in order here. We got Generator, Playable Bits and Video Clips, Volume 1, which is kind of the same concept. I apparently put my Sega CD in here. So I'm just going to mention it real quick because I only got 3 Sega CD games. So for... I'll try to remember to mention it when I get to the Sega Genesis, but I have a Sega CD. I only own 3 games on it. I don't know how much that's worth mentioning. Soul Feast. It's a space shooter game. Has some really cool cutscenes when they work. Jaguar. I'm not sure what that is. XJ or something. 220. It's a racing game. That's all I can say about that. And then the one that's in the system, Wonder Dog, platforming action game kind of thing. That's oddly difficult for a kid's game. You play as a dog who's Wonder Dog, and you're saving the world or something. The cutscenes never worked like they were supposed to, but the game worked, so I really don't know. Alright. So, NHL 2K, that's hockey. Demolition Racer, no exit. Destruction Derby Racer type game. There we go. More Dreamcast magazine. Got November 2000, Volume 8. January 2001, Volume 10. And December 2000, Volume 9. I do not have these in order. And then I guess I put booklets in here that for games that I couldn't get it in their case for one reason or another. Got like Ooga Booga, Going Quackers, Virtua Tennis, the NHL 2K, Namco Museum, Dave Mira BMX, and Championship Surfer. Hopefully I actually still have all those games. Because otherwise I don't know what I kept their books for. Alright, so I got 2 stacks of games. You got the games that I am more familiar with what they are, and a stack of I may have played them, I may have finished them, or I may have never touched them. So, let's start this. Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge. I did play this game. You actually can access Frogger on a little arcade in the game, which is kind of cool. And you can play through the entirety of Frogger, the original arcade game, in this game. I'm not that good at Frogger. But Frogger 2, I actually was making good progress in the story at one point. But, I mean, as a kid, you have, like, unlimited patience. And I believe you have unlimited lives and continues in this game. So I just threw myself at it until I made progress. I believe I made it... I made it into the Egyptian-themed area. So I'd finished all of the first area. And I completed the levels. All the froggies saved. Baby froggies must be rescued. I actually think you have to. But don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. I don't even know why they're like, he's back for a new adventure. I don't know that the original Frogger on arcade ever had a storyline, did it? This has a storyline. There's a cutscene and everything. And you get cutscenes between every area. And there's even a name to the bad guy, Swampy the Crocodile. He's kidnapping the frog babies. So you gotta help Frogger and his new friend, Lily Frog. She's a little girly froggy. And she goes, puppy, every time that she spawns. She's pink. She's adorable. But after you hear puppy for like the 5th or 6th time, you're like, all right, stop saying that. I didn't mean to. Because you will die a lot. You'll see the game over screen every now and then and be like, okay, whatever. Let me try again. And that's why I know about the arcade thing, because at some point I went to play that because I needed a break from puppy. My foot is itching me. Alright. Resident Evil 2. So, this is the one that you can play through essentially 4 unique playthroughs, I believe. Yes. Leon and Claire. There's Leon A and B and Claire A and B. Does this one actually have? Yes, there's 2 discs. So I believe, if I'm correct about this, because it's how it worked for the PlayStation from what I understand. I played it using, I've only played Resident Evil 2 using the PlayStation emulation thing. So I could make save states because I'm a chicken when it comes to spiders. Alright, there we go. Got the case back in. So, this is Leon's disc. This is Claire's disc. To play as Claire first, put this disc in. To play as Leon first, put this disc in. And it works the other way around too, for like whenever, after you finish playing as Claire, put this in. And you finish playing as Leon, put Claire in. Because the 2 playthroughs unite to give you unique endings. That you can only see, my foot is itching me to death, by playing them back to back. So, the good thing about this version versus the emulation thing, this allows me to have vibration. Because it is jump pack compatible. And it was for the original PlayStation as well, if you had a vibration controller. Just PlayStation Mini does not support that. Because it's an emulated thing I was doing. Like I said, because I'm chicken liver. So naturally, the less save states you make using the ink ribbon in this game, the better. Which is why I was using save states to see if I could get a good score. I actually, even though I did use like 3 ink ribbons, I think, I still got a B. I still did okay, I thought. But B might be the lowest, for all I know. I only played through... Who did I played through one time. Which one did I play as? I think I played as Leon. So... I actually need to fully play it. I don't know if I'll stream play it because I used a YouTube long play just to know where I'm supposed to go and how to solve the puzzles in this ridiculous game. It's a great game. I don't want to spend all day running around being chased by zombies. Alright. Here's a game I've not played. Carrier. If you can hear it, you're already dead. I have no clue. I mean, it looks like you're a dude with a gun. I'm wondering if there's like a limited ammo thing, like Resident Evil, which would make this actually scary, or if it's just a control suck thing. I don't know. I've never actually played it. I own it. It's one of those cases of, I, for the most part, own every Dreamcast game worth getting. There might be a few I'm missing. You'll have to tell me in the comments after you listen to every game I have if I'm missing something that's worthwhile, not something stupid. Because I know I'm missing stupid ones, and I don't care for them. Only worthwhile one I know I don't have is Evolution 2. Because I already have Evolution 1. We'll get there. Dino Crisis. So, dinosaurs. I actually have like 1 and 2 available that I got for like free through Amazon Prime or something to play on my computer, and I just haven't downloaded or played it. From the creators of Resident Evil, that doesn't actually make me want to play this anymore. So, here's the deal. I irrationally dislike dinosaurs. This was definitely my dad's game. I don't know. You're supposed to escape, I guess. Yeah, it's a survival horror. Something's wrong. Your covert mission to infiltrate an isolated research compound has gone haywire. So you went to Jurassic Park and you suck. Got it. Your mission comes a fight for survival. Advanced predatory AI. Yeah, right. The dinosaur runs at you because that's all they know how to do. I doubt it's advanced anything. Alrighty, whatever. Disney's Dinosaur. This is my dad trying to get me to quit being irrationally against dinosaurs. And it worked. I mean, I played it. I didn't know what I was doing when I played it. So, I don't really know what you do in this game. You can eat plants and fight dinosaurs. Honestly, that might be all you're supposed to do, is eat plants and fight other dinosaurs. I'm not sure. I'm sure the game tells you, but as a child, my listening skills were not there. I was more like, I can do things, yeah. Runs into the fire and kills the dinosaur on purpose. I was weird. I have no idea. So, I don't know what happened to the actual discs that were supposed to be in this. There, at some point, apparently, I was supposed to have some kind of music samplers for the Sega CD. Who knows what happened to them? Honestly, I'm not sure I care. But instead, I put in there The Flaggin' Bros. Episode 1. Far as I know, there never was an episode 2. I've done research on that. There's no episode 2 that was released, as far as I can tell. And it kind of sucks because the game ends in a to be continued. Because the whole game is about you building this thing. Well, after the beginning thing, the first thing the game has you do is like this mini skit where you're like, what? You gotta jump and land on a train and you get thrown outside. Who cares? Honestly, it's as stupid as the rest of the game. Honestly, the majority of this game is really dumb and stupid. But when you finally actually are able to control the little small guy and run around and do stuff, each time you unlock a new area, once you figure out how to get this bum to help you, he's your brother, he's dumb, but he has an emotional radar, and you have to be nice to him, or he'll be mean and beat you up. It doesn't give you a game over, though, thankfully. The game is very forgiving. It'll let you screw up and continue to screw up and not know what the hell you're doing for hours. Once you finally figure out how to unlock each area, from the sewer level to get across the broken bridge, to whatever, to get all the parts you need for this schematic thing. And then that's the end of the game. He, I guess, builds it. And it's to be continued. Although it was never continued. Which is kind of stupid. I mean, it's a long game, mainly because trying to get that idiot to help you is infuriating. It's a long game for infuriation purposes. And at some point, you're like, why am I playing this? Like, because you're at first, you're like, I'm having fun. I'm exploring. I'm doing things. Ah, shoot. I gotta trick this idiot into throwing me over here. How do I make him mad this time? Alright, so this game, I know there's people who like Space Channel 5. I like that she moves. And I know that it's not a bad game. I'm just an idiot or something. I can't understand what these little alien wigglies are saying in order to do it. So they tell you what to do, and then you're supposed to press it. So, like, they'll say, like, up, and you gotta press up. But I'm apparently just the hardest of hearing or something, because I could never for the life of me understand what they're saying long enough to actually get anywhere in the game. It's something I'll have to try again someday. Maybe I was missing something. Maybe there's a way to turn the subtitles on. That would help. Realistic dance moves. I doubt that. I do want to play it though. The music is awesome, and the concept is awesome. You listen to some music, the Morolians tell you what to do, and you do it, and then eventually you can shoot them. All in sync to the rhythm? I don't know. So, I guess it's a shooting game. I've never played it. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. With Eagle Watch missions. Sure, man. I don't know. Boop. Toy Commander. I understand this is a hard game. I wouldn't know. I've never actually played it. So apparently you're a toy and you do missions with objectives. And it seems like you can play as different things. There's like a helicopter, a fighter jet, and a toy car. I don't know. I've not played it. Don't ask me. Okay, I see why I didn't put Ooga Booga back in here. Because I did. Sometimes these little tab things suck, and whenever the case is scratched like this one, it's almost impossible to get it back in there. Man. So this is a multiplayer fighting game? I guess. You're trying to get the heart of the volcano goddess, Ooga Booga. And, you're playing as one of the 4 different tribal witch doctors. There's 3 different modes. And I guess there's supposed to be secret characters, masks, and islands. I'm not sure I ever played it long enough to unlock anything. I'll have to try sometime, because it does say you can play as just one player, so... Okay. And it says you can either use a standard controller or a keyboard. I do not have a Dreamcast keyboard, but that is interesting that you can use the Dreamcast keyboard. How? I don't know how that would work. I am dumbfounded, trust me. Now, I know I beat this game as a child. Choo Choo Rocket. As an adult, I am a ding-dong because I can't figure out how I beat half those levels. I was like, I know I completed this game as a child, but now I'm older, I seem to have became stupid or something. Because some of these puzzle levels are stupid hard. I think it was just trial and error, honestly. I think as a child, I just had so much time that I just kept trying until it worked. I don't know what that says about me. Maybe that I'm resilient, or maybe that I just really liked some strange stuff. Who cares? Virtua Tennis. This is the only game I know of that I bothered with the... Oh, and the booklet don't fit in the thing for whatever reason. Anyways, this is the only game I know of that I did the... I don't know what they call it. Career mode? I'm not sure it's called career mode in here. Does it say what it's called? No. I don't know. Tournament mode? Whatever. I played this game I'm not sure if I unlocked everybody, but I definitely had at least unlocked like one character that it didn't start with, or I could be nuts. I could be completely wrong. I just know I played this a lot. I played it so much that I could play it using the little pixel graphics on the VMU plugged into the memory card slot on the controller. I can't do that now. But back then I could. Man, those are good days. Why didn't I put the thing back? I'm thinking it's the same thing. I feel like these Brandon's Video Game Exchange cases, just for whatever reason, the booklets wouldn't fit in there correctly. Who cares? So Dave Mira, Freestyle BMX. It's, instead of Tony Hawk's skater, you're Dave Mira on a bike. Honestly, I mean, it's fun. I don't think I've ever actually successfully done anything in the game besides waste time and goof off. I'm not sure I've ever tried to beat the game or do anything it tells you you're supposed to do. Pretty sure I just did the optional, like, multiplayer minigame stuff and listened to the music while goofing around. Because because one of the mini games is about beating him up as much as you can, and if you get yourself onto this train, you can get like this crazy high score. This was the case that Soul Feast was supposed to be in. What did I put in here? Championship Surfer. There you go. I don't know. I'm sure it's a surfing game. NBA 2K1. It's basketball. Like I said, a lot of these I didn't actually play. I have them. They probably came with the system. I really don't care. NFL 2K1. Look at how shiny this is. I've never played this darn game. Also, I'm not having like plastic around them. They're all like brand spanking new. This one ain't. This one, the case got cracked in moving. I'm sorry, case. When we moved, you fell. Anyway, Sega Sports World Series Baseball 2K1. Original naming scheme. Alright. These next two games I didn't play. My dad did. He liked them. I couldn't tell you diddle about them. But he liked them a lot, so I guess they were good. Sega Bass Fishing. Because fishing. And then Sega Marine Fishing. I wouldn't even know what the difference was. To me, I'm like, fish. Don't expect me to play those games. I couldn't tell you anything about them. Now for some games, I actually know what they are. Right, this is a 2-disc game, right? Yes. Alright. Skies of Arcadia. So, yes, I know there is a better GameCube version, according to other people's. I love this game. You will never tell me this is a bad game. Okay? I'm sure that there are benefits in the GameCube version, but I guarantee you, if I finish this game on my own for once, I had to have my dad help me because the last fight is so freaking long. I didn't realize the last battle takes like 8 hours. I had to go to bed. I went to bed, I got up, and we switched off, and I finished the game. But he did, like, half of the boss battle. I mean, he intentionally dragged it out so that I could do it, but he had to, like, interact with it to get it to, so it was to the final form. It's one of those bosses that has more than one form. I never completed it either because there are discoveries to find. And they can take a while to figure out where they are. And, like, the descriptions that the traveler place gives you for where stuff is sometimes is a little not helpful. One of these days. And I'm not going to use a guide. I do not need a guide for this game. I played this game for so many hours. This game was basically like the game I played when I was like 11, and I would not stop playing it. I want to say I was 11. I might have been 10, but I played this game start to finish. I didn't do certain things. Like, there was definitely a few of the, I think there was 2 foods I was missing for her little cupel thing, but it was in sword form at that point, and I wanted to keep it in sword form. I was like, if I feed it 2 more times, there's a chance it will be a form I don't like. I felt like it did more damage in sword form, so I left it at that, and I might still do that even whenever I do eventually play through it again. I know I found all the crew members, because it even tells you there's 22. I thought there was more, but I could be wrong. I know I found everybody. I recruited everybody that you can recruit. I didn't do the VMU game. That's the only thing I didn't do. The whatever his name is, quest. It's like Peta's quest or something. I still won't do that because I'm not getting a battery for my VMU so it can beep at me some more. It still beeps when you plug it in anyway. I did so many ship battles. I upgraded my ship to the maximum thing you could do. I upgraded my character's maximum. I found all the, what are they, moonstones? I had unlocked all their magic, including finishing her stupid last spell for the silver magic. Because you gotta, it's so hard to figure out what magic you got their weapon switched to, especially her little cupel. But once I made sure she was on silver and she was learning her last spell, I got her to learn that before the final fight somehow. I didn't max out their level, but I'm not sure that that's a worthwhile endeavor. I'm pretty sure I've seen even all the optional, like, side cutscenes that you can get. Like, if you go over to her house as Vice before she's ready, she punches you in the eyeball. Yes. So I obviously have so much to say about this game. I love this RPG. I will complete it sometime on stream. I'm hoping to get a hold of a GameCube version to play and complete after this one before I do this game. Because I'm going to do them back to back. Because I want to know for sure which one I like better. I feel like this one's going to be it, even though I do know for sure this one, the encounter rate is higher, but I never had to level grind. So, I don't know. I feel like that's an advantage versus potentially having to level grind. It might be that because there's like extra stuff to do in the other one that there wouldn't be a problem with that. So this isn't the version that I will play through. I want to get the HD collection on PlayStation 5. But this is the version I grew up playing. I completed this game like 5 times. I'm a dork. There's even an optional area that you can access. There's also the Caro nuts to collect and do the stuff to make the little Caros happy. I kept calling them squirrels when I was younger. Grandia 2. Grandia 2 is probably my favorite game of all time. Despite its flaws and everything else, purely for nostalgia. I love this game. I will probably always love this game. It don't matter how many times I play it, I still cry during some of the cutscenes. And I've played some of the HD version through Steam as part of Grandia 2's anniversary. I think for streaming purposes, though, I'm going to wait until I get on PS5. I want to mainly get that because it's both Grandia and Grandia 2 as their HD Collection. So they're both HD fixed. And I feel like it couldn't hurt because I've never played Grandia 1. I have it digitally multiple ways, but I've never actually done it. And of course, it came with the music CD, and I have listened to that thing so many times. I love this game. The disc even has like some fade on it, where it says Grandia. There's like some fade up here from how long the system got heated a bit from how long I had it in the game system and was playing it. Yeah, I've completed this game so many times. I still can't help myself. It's one of those games I'm like, I am going to go back to it. I am going to complete it again on stream, but I'll do it on the HD version. That way at least it's something new. Plus, I'll be able to see what achievement trophies there are. Because if it's like Steam, there's going to be an interesting battle with Melphus that I'm going to have to try to figure out. Because it's only Ryudo can do damage, so I guess the other characters will have to defend? I don't know. Alright, D2. So, I've never actually played this by myself. I mainly would help my dad when he was playing it. How many discs? Yeah, it's 4 discs long. Because there are some puzzles and stuff that are stupid complicated. I feel like I might need a guide for it. I will try to play it without a guide before I go to that point. But so this is like a kind of a horror themed game where you like just like these monster things that you gotta like rotate and shoot. You gotta like hunt animals for meat to heal if you get hurt. I mean, there is some other ways to heal, but chances are you're not gonna find like the first aid stuff. You're gonna be hunting. This is what I was talking about. Evolution. The world of Sacred Device. So, the GameCube version basically skips this game. It summarizes this game into one dungeon. This game is multiple dungeons, tons of storyline, and it builds out his friendship with, what's her name? Lanier. The girl with the long hair. It helps you understand why he's so determined to protect her and to rescue her and stuff like that whenever things start happening. But on the GameCube, they just skip it. Now, mind you, that helps with the fact that in this version, you start out with one of the most ridiculous debts that you will ever start out with. Granted, the game does not arbitrarily make you have a deadline to actually pay it off. You can take your time. But once you do pay it off, it rewards you. I forget what it does for you. And then, you know, finding and meeting all the other characters and stuff is pretty cool, too. Like, Worlds, that's the name of it, Evolution Worlds. It also, it kind of changed the process between meeting Mag's like friend / rival also. Let me see what the name. I always forget their names. How to save? I don't care. Stores. Story. Can't remember the name. Just bear with me. Chain Gun, that's right. So, Chain Gun does not willingly join you on your adventure at first in the original game. In Evolution Worlds, they just kind of streamline it, and when you talk to them, they just say, fine, I guess I'll help you. And they also take out the interesting hilariousness of meeting pepper box where it's clear that she's like a sexy character, and Mag is completely shy and embarrassed. He's like, because she doesn't have a lot of clothing on. But he gets over it. But still, it's definitely. I just feel like the story's more developed in this version than Worlds. So I want to play this and get Evolution 2 and play it before I play Evolution Worlds. Yet again, I feel like I like the Dreamcast version better. I know people like Evolution Worlds. I just feel like the loss of all that storyline kind of hurt it for me. Because I like the build-up of the friendship. Of course, there's no back record of Lotus War. So, I remember running around and slapping dudes with a sword. And that you can use magic. And that there's like a base fortress where there's good goblins that help you. I don't remember much about this game. I didn't make much progress in this game. It was one of those games where I wasn't really sure what I was doing, so I didn't really do much in it. I need to play it eventually. It definitely looks like it would be fun. Time Stalkers. This is another game where I got hampered by the fact I didn't know what to do. So, like, every time you complete a dungeon, to unlock the next dungeon, you gotta do something. You gotta talk to somebody, you gotta go somewhere, you gotta do something. After I finished... I want to say it was the second dungeon. I could not figure out what I was supposed to go do. Oh, man. But this game is pretty cool. So, it's a strategy RPG. You capture monsters and level them up and stuff, and you get access to like this farm for them. I want to say you can breed them, but I'm not 100% sure. The cool thing with this game is there is a star appearance of Nigel and Friday from Landstalker, because it's the same people that made both games. But these are the only games they ever made. Landstalker has been re-released as a Sega Genesis special game, whatever, on many Sega Genesis collections. This game has never been re-released or remade in any way. I wish it was, as it is fun. It might be complicated and it might be confusing at times. I won't lie about that. There's times I really don't know what is going on, and the weird rabbit guy that you gotta talk to take missions is definitely weird, but I still like it. It's still a game I really love, and a game that I wish was more available. But I will eventually get to streaming it someday, because it's definitely a game that I want to actually beat for once to see what happens in it, because I don't know. So, I don't know why I have a Spider-Man case. I don't have a Spider-Man game. But I do got Donald Duck going quackers. So this game, you kind of like have a hub world, and you can kind of choose which zone you want to do. Completing each zone isn't too bad. I mean, some of the collectibles can be a little tricky to figure out how to get to. Like, I had to redo a particular level because he needed to be in his quacky state, which you activate by picking something up or whatever, in order to jump high enough to grab the collectible. But whatever. Because, like, when he's mad, he kind of runs, and I needed him to run when he went to do the jump to actually make it onto the ledge. But it's not like it was a big deal. I did it. I never actually finished the game. I think I did half of it. And then I was like, what am I doing? Why am I playing this? I decided to walk away from it, which I should have went ahead and finished it, but, you know, life. Phantasy Star Online. I never finished this game just because it's long and hard. So, some of the missions are easy, but some of the missions are relatively hard. Why does this say 2 CD? There's only one disc. Case, you're full of shit. Anyway. Yeah, this is a one disc game, right? I don't know why the case says 2 CD. It's possible that I put it in a case that it didn't belong in. But it's also possible I'm full of it and maybe it was supposed to come with something else. So it doesn't say disc 1, so I'm guessing there was supposed to be a second disc that was something. A demo disc. Yeah, it don't have it. So there's supposed to be a Sonic Adventure 2 demo disc. There is not. Oh well. But, I still got the game. That's all that matters to me. Phantasy Star Online. You get to create your own character and do missions and stuff. Credit card required for online play. Good thing I never bothered with online play. Alright. Phantasy Star Online version 2. I don't know. It's 2. What does this say? Realm has increased. Includes all the original content and expands with more levels. I wonder if that's the same case with 3. 3 was only on GameCube. I still have to get it one day. I actually am considering getting the combo pack of 1 and 2 and getting the separate 3 on GameCube one day just to see the difference. Sonic Shuffle. So I finished the game as Amy and I realized every character has their own ending. I was so sad. I thought it was done. It unlocks all kinds of options and stuff though that can make a second playthrough more interesting. And it makes it clear that there are mini games that you don't always see the first time around. It also made me realize I'm not sure I care about everybody's ending. I mean, it's an interesting ending like the first time, but after a while you're like, saving Imaginary World. Yeah, Playing a board game with Sonic and friends that is mediocre at best. You gotta land on a minigame space to play a minigame. Unless an accident happens, and I'm not sure that should count as a minigame. This game sucked. I don't know. Wait, one of 8 Sonic characters. That means there's unlockable characters too. Jeez. Yeah, because when you start out, there's only 4. Did beating Amy story unlock anybody? I don't remember. And here's the insane part. I want to complete this. I want to see what characters unlock. I believe a Chow unlocks. Don't quote me. And I mean, there is some stuff to do. There's like a Sonic room you can go check out. And there's little fishies in an aquarium. And like I said, there are options that unlock when you first beat the game. It's not a high priority, but I do want to complete it one day just to say it's done. Tomb Raider, The Last Revelation. I actually need to play this. I'm terrible. I've not actually played this game. But here's something cool. It was only $3 apparently. Alrighty. Apparently, I put this game in the NHL 2K1 case. Whatever. Alright, 2 Dalmatians. Puppies to the rescue. So, I don't know if I actually beat this game as a kid or not. I know I played a fair amount of it. I remember making it to Big Ben. I remember liking the mini games as a child. And I remember going back to this game as an adult. And I got to this part where you gotta do this roller coaster thing. And you gotta press the button really, really, really fast. I don't like that at all. But it's required to like complete the game. And because you do have to rescue the puppies along the way if you want to complete the game. I don't know if I'll actually complete the game so much as I do want to beat it one day just to see it. Because I don't remember it. I know I never got anywhere with this game because it had a lot of reading involved, and I was a young child that was dumb. I wasn't dumb. I had no patience or interest in doing all that reading and figuring out how to do the stealth and stuff. Because there's a lot based on this back even to, like, pay attention to. And I was like, psh, I ain't doing that. Anyways, Industrial Spy, Operation Espionage. It's like a tactical stealth game? I don't know. Yeah, because there's like maps. There's using certain items and skills. There was absolutely no way I was going to understand what the heck to do in that game. Sega Smash Pack Volume 1. So this game has Sonic the Hedgehog, Golden Axe. I actually like Golden Axe. Shining Force. One of the few games I've beat that's on the Genesis. Wrestle War. I've never played that. Streets of Rage 2. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 that I beat with my dad. Columns. It's a puzzle game. Virtua Cop 2. I guess it's a shooty game. I never played it. Vector Man. I don't know. Side scroller. I don't know. Revenge of Shinobi. You're a little ninja guy. I've never actually played it. Sega Swirl. That's also a puzzle game. Altered Beast. Side scrolling beat 'em up. I really don't know. And Phantasy Star 2, which is another game I never touched and I don't really know much about. So Columns. I've played it so much. I don't know that there's an end per se. I played it for so many hours. At some point, I just decided I won. Same with Sega Swirl. I don't know if there's an end level. I just decided I won. I've beat Shining Force. That is a tactical RPG that I don't remember much about and want to play again someday. Especially before I do Shining Force 2 at some point, because I do want to play the rest of the Shining Force games. I just never did. Mainly because I didn't have them, but now that I have them on, like, Genesis Collections and stuff, I feel like I should. Sonic the Hedgehog, I technically beat. I got the bad ending because I didn't get all the jewels. Golden Axe, I beat with the help of my dad. I've never actually beat it by myself. The same with Streets of Rage. I don't know if it was 2 that we actually beat or if it was 3. I want to say it was 2. Oh, shit. I'm knocking stuff off my chair. I got a little plushie that sits on the arm and I knocked it off. Alrighty. But yeah. Phantasy Star 2, I tried to play as a kid, but the problem is there is definitely some reading involved, and it's definitely an RPG that you need to take your time and actually know what you're doing, and I just never bothered with any of the rest of them. No real reason. Just wasn't my thing. So I don't know if I've actually ever played the single player of this. I'm pretty sure I only played multiplayer and whooped my dad. The Let's Play 2, Heart of the Samurai. I liked playing as this one girl, and she could, like, summon a dragon or something, and then it just went whoo, across the screen and killed him every time. And he was like, stop doing that! One of these days, I will actually play through the 16 characters, I guess, and try to unlock the 4 hidden characters. Interesting. Upgrades for the swords. I don't know what that means. Interesting. Weapon selection. I don't remember no weapon selection. I guess it was something you had to unlock. Mortal Kombat Gold. You know, Mortal Kombat fighting game. I don't really remember playing it. I'll be honest. Virtua Fighter 3TB. I don't know what that means. What does TB mean? It don't even say. I don't think. Yet again, it's a game I'm pretty sure I only played multiplayer against my dad. I wouldn't be against actually playing it single player at some point, just to see stuff. Mac and X. Slash or be slashed. Honestly, this chick kind of looks like she's from Persona. Oh, I see why Atlas made it. Probably the same artist. Well, now I'm interested. Now that I know Atlas made it. Honestly, I have no idea. First person combat action adventure. I've never played it. I just own it. Zombie revenge. Yep, you shoot zombies. I don't know. I don't think I ever beat it. I think I got bored and quit playing. I'll have to, have to beat it someday. Unreal Tournament. Yet again, I don't remember. I know you could shoot and punch and win. Over 60 levels of mayhem. Is there an end? Please tell me there's an end. I don't know. Okay, like I can see why I quit playing. Probably beat stuff up for a couple levels and then got bored. I was like, I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. I want to see an ending. I don't have the best attention span. Soul Fighter. Great naming. Evil Curse. Fantasy Combat. I don't remember playing this. I know I did, but I just don't remember it. It's like an action game, I guess. Capcom versus SNK. I don't know. But if you read the back of it, it does mention it's the Millennium Challenge, so I think it's technically 2. Don't ask me. Street Fighter and King of Fighters series collide. I just remember the opening screen where you could choose who you're fighting as, just playing that music over and over again. I want to take you for a ride. That's why I think it's like the Millennium 2000 or something. I don't know. When it don't give you the actual full name on the thing, it's impossible to know. But it tells you the Millennium Challenge on the back here, so I want to say it's the Millennium 2000 game. I don't know. I remember playing it, but I don't remember much about it. Alright. Sonic Adventure. So this game, I've played some of the characters, but not all of them. So I did Tails' story. I did Amy's. I think I finished the robot. Whatever his name is. E102 Gamma or something. Knuckles, I got stuck on one of his levels because I am not the best at controlling him, and after a while, his gliding was on my last nerve. Sonic, I was in the next to the last boss fight, and I had quit playing for a minute, and I forgot about how to use the Lightspeed dash thing to go up the rings to hit the thing, and then by the time I remembered, I'd lost all my lives and game over, and I was like, I don't care right now. I walked away from it, and Big the Cat, I refused to touch because it's fishing. Actually, I touched it and I sucked at it, and I was like, oops. I actually fell in the water as big, and I was like, oh, shit. And I just quit. I was like, nope. He died in the water. It was a sad day for him. He is dead. Was there anybody else? That's how you know you play Sonic a lot, right? You can't remember if there's any other characters. I mainly spent time playing with the Chow. I don't... Not that you can do much in this one. You can feed it. You can pet it. You can rock it. If you pick it up, you can rock it back and forth. You can watch the game glitch and murder the Chow when it's supposed to evolve. Instead of it evolving, it just becomes an egg again. Because who knows? I forget. The game had an explanation, but didn't make no sense to me. Let's see. Adventure mode. Adventure field. Chows. Blah, blah, blah. Emblems. Blah, blah, blah. Items. Blah, blah, blah. Minigames. Blah, blah, blah. Trial. Chows. Big old section about chows. I feel like maybe you have to play with the chows on the VMU to do the thing, and I never did the VMU stuff because who cares? Let's see. Yep. Sonic, Tails, and I know I completed Tails' story. Knuckles, it gets stuck because of the gliding bull horse hash. Amy, I know I completed hers because she was easy. E102 Gamma. I couldn't remember at first, but then I remembered stupid ass birds and shit. And I finished his story. Big the Cat. I fell in the freaking water and said, I'm done. Yep, that's it. That just goes on to talking about enemies. So, yeah. I never actually completed the game, but I'd finished some of the stories and I had played to the end of Sonic's. I just got stuck on the stupid boss fights. I'd say one of these days I'll probably revisit the game. Not this, though. Probably the digital version on PS3. But that's besides the point. It'll be mainly before I tackle Adventure 2, which I have digitally on Xbox, I believe. Well, that's it for Dreamcast. Outside of Sonic Adventure 2, which I'm not getting on Dreamcast. If I buy a physical version, it'll be Battle for GameCube, which is easily better. No, outside of Sonic Adventure 2 and my plan to get Evolution 2, if you know of any Dreamcast game that I do not have that is good, none of the goofy stuff, and it has to be a North American release, it is region locked. So, North America release, please let me know. And I will make sure to note down to get it because, as far as I know, outside the two that I mentioned that I don't have, I think I have all of the arguably good Dreamcast games, including some stupid ones, of course, but I'm not gonna buy any of the goofy ones that I don't have. The goofy ones I do have are goofy enough by themselves. They don't need assistance. Um, but if there's any legit good Dreamcast games that I don't have, I'd like to know about it because I'd like to get them. Just so I can say I got all the good Dreamcast games. I can't think of any. I don't know of any that I don't have outside of wanting to get Evolution 2 and my desire to not get Sonic Adventure 2 because Sonic Adventure 1 glitched as it was with the Chow thing. I'm not sure why it did. I fed him. And I picked him up and I put him down. I don't know. That's games for you. You never know what the deal is. Not really sure what its problem was. Maybe it needed a Chow friend? Is that a thing? I don't know. I don't think I'll ever know. I'm not really worried about the Chows. They were just kind of a fun time killer. Alright. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.